Heyo! Welcome back to my channel. I'm SAi-DOL and I make content mostly about J-pop idols and other pop culture, but initially my goal was to do mostly singing and dancing covers, specifically of like Vocaloid songs. My dream ever since elementary school was to be a YouTuber, and ever since middle school that dream was better solidified as I want to be an utaite and an odorite. So if you don't know what any of those words mean, then boy oh boy, you're in for a ride. So before we go over whatever those weeb words mean, let me introduce you to Nico Nico Doga. Nico Nico Doga is a Japanese video sharing site, and everyone says it's similar to YouTube, but honestly, it has been able to cultivate such a unique culture and features of its own that its comparison might not even work well anymore. But just so you get the gist of it, Nico Nico is basically the place where otaku culture and nerdy videos of all kinds have been able to flourish. Most notably, Nico Nico has been the place where the Vocaloid community had first planted its roots, and to this day the website has been crucial in making Vocaloid what it is now. All the big Vocaloid producers of today would not be where they are now if they had not started posting on Nico Nico Doga. Another big community that got its start on Nico Nico were utaites and odorites. You see, like with any other social media site, people would use tags and keywords on their videos so they could get seen by more people, and be more easily categorized by the algorithm. Many of the people who were on Nico Nico were fans of anime and Vocaloid, and they would often make and copy choreographies and sing covers of the songs they loved so much. So in order to categorize their videos, they tagged them as either utatemita or odottemita. Utatemita literally translates to I tried to sing, and odottemita literally translates to I tried to dance. And the people who posted these types of videos were known as utaites and odorites respectively. But for the sake of this video, I will be mainly focusing on utaites. And this wasn't just some small underground community. There were hundreds, if not thousands of active utaites and odorites on the site at any given time, and a handful of them became very famous. Some notable ones were Ado, 𝒔𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒊𝒏𝒈, 96 Neko, Rio, Nanahira, Soraru, Ayaponzu, Kapi, Hanatan, Maria, Nameless, Wotoha, 𝒔𝒄𝒓𝒊𝒕𝒊𝒏𝒈, Cradness, Naruse, I think that's how you say it, Namirin, and so many more! I just know that I missed a ton, so comment down below who your favorite utaite is. And many people overseas got inspired by these Japanese utaites and wanted to do the same thing on this new social media site at the time called YouTube. And on there you have a parallel movement known as utaites, which are basically utaites that work solely on YouTube. In Japan, even if an utaite moved on from Nico Nico and now mainly sing on YouTube, they'll still refer to themselves as utaites. I've noticed it's really only the international community outside of Japan that has made the distinction to call themselves a utaite. But really, both are valid. Some famous utaites are 𝒔𝒄𝒓𝒊𝒕𝒊𝒏𝒈, Reichi, Will Stetson, Aruven, Ashi, Dongdan, Jeffers, Kurainu, Razzie, Umbradic Forest, Amanda Lee, Christina V, Froggy, Hikaru Station, Jane, Joy Dreamer, Kathy Chan, Liz Robinette, Marie FD, Mikutan, Milky, Octavia, Pusette, Phoebe, Raun Lee, Rockleadist, Sapphire, Sheila, Michaela Laws aka the Bunny of Evil, Ham, and again, many more. Ah, that was so nostalgic. I grew up listening to all of these people. I would actually be considered a utaite, and honestly I should start using that to describe myself more. So now that we have the general history of the utaite community, what is it like now? Well, as somebody who's been around it for nearly 10 years, while I can't say I'm an expert, I can definitely say that I've seen it evolve greatly. I discovered utaites when I was in the 6th grade, at the same time that I discovered Vocaloid. Since both communities are so intertwined and basically feed off of each other, that's no surprise. And watching people become internet celebrities just singing Vocaloid and anime songs inspired me to do the same. I never posted these at the time, but I would record my own covers on my phone and poorly mix them on my phone and then edit the videos on my phone. It was scuffed as all hell, but it was really fun. Here's a little trivia and some lost media about myself. My very first recorded utatemita video was a cover of Deep Sea Girl I did in Spanish. I remember maybe sending it to my friends on WhatsApp, and other than that, I don't have it anymore. It is gone, nowhere to be found. And at the time, being an utaite was such an easy thing to achieve because these videos were all, for the most part, very amateur. They were being made by mostly teenagers or even middle schoolers like me at the time who couldn't mix well or didn't know how to edit videos. And if they could draw, they would maybe doodle their little character and just have the video be a still image with the lyrics on screen. Or for those who couldn't draw, they would just use the original music video in the background, or straight up steal some anime girl art off of Google and then call it a day. There are many great utaite singers out there, and there's also some arguably bad singers in the bunch. We can't all be Mariah Careys, and that's okay. The low barrier to entry was what made being an utaite so accessible and fun. And the majority of them didn't show their faces in their videos, so they could sing their nerdy songs without the fear of somebody at school finding them. And even if they did, they really couldn't prove it was them anyways. That was the Utaite community I grew up with, and that I think so fondly of to this day. But now things have changed. I've noticed the biggest change in the Utaite community after 2020, when VTubers had their big chungus boom in popularity. The VTubers that made it big during this time were from big companies, and they did odottemita videos too, but the production value was much greater with these videos. You now had fully animated professional quality music videos with graphics and shit flying everywhere. These videos are incredible, and you just can't help but watch. These videos are great too, but now that has increased the standard for all utattemita videos. Being online is just one big competition and everybody is trying to one-up one another and make the better video. But now that makes the art of utattemita videos much less accessible. Not everyone can draw or animate to that kind of level, and that takes a super long time to master. So if you wanted to make something like that, your only other option would be to commission someone to do it for you. And that gets really expensive really quickly, especially if you want to do a lot of covers and frequently. And that just makes it harder for new utaites to come up in the scene. Now listen, that's not to say that there aren't any fully new utaites out there. I've noticed a really interesting development. A lot of the new utaites that I'm seeing spring up are 1, international, so like out of Japan, and 2, are mostly on short form video platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels. We as a society like to strive for bigger and better, but then that makes us forget what made the old way so special and beloved. The Utaite ecosystem is not the same anymore, and for someone new like me who only started posting covers 2 years ago, it's hard to stand out. Only like 2 of my covers have over 100 views, and while that's not anything to scoff at, it's still so disheartening, and I know I'm not the only one going through this too. And this is a problem that the entire internet is experiencing. Competition has just become more fierce on this World Wide Web, whereas just 10 years ago you had people sitting on their floors and talking, and that was enough. You even see this with odottemita videos too. Before, they were just filmed in your bedroom, or in your backyard, or in public in front of some empty wall somewhere on your camcorder or busted iPhone 6. But now you have odorites in professional photo studios with 4K 60 FPS movie quality cameras, and costumes and props and colorful lighting. Am I being a little whiny bitch about it? Yes! This just goes to show how much the internet as a whole has evolved, and to be honest, I'm still not used to it. But oh well, you can't really control these things. You just have to play the game or have the game play you. That's just life. And it's not like my goal was to make millions off of this and become super famous. Definitely not. Especially since most of my videos are copyrighted content anyways, there's like no way I'd be able to make a cent off of it, and that's fine. That was never really my intention anyways. My intention was always just to sing and dance because I like it. And I'm not even all that great at it. But can you really blame me for missing how the internet used to be? Where there were just more people like me and the expectations weren't so high and the metrics weren't so important and the algorithms weren't so daunting? But anyways, the big baby rant is over now. I've thought about this a lot recently, and I've been feeling down and in the dumps over my videos and my abysmal posting schedule. And to that I say, F it. Yeah, YouTube, I said a big bad word, but I'm still gonna censor myself so as to not get banished to the shadow realm. The socioeconomic state of the world right now has given us all like 101 different things to think about each and every day. And just being alive feels so exhausting. There are way bigger things to care about than the quality of my silly YouTube videos. And the same goes for you too. This is a life lesson for the both of us. Just make whatever you want, however you want, and whenever you want. At the end of the day, we're all gonna go up in a giant ball of flames once the sun has had enough of us. That or when the asteroid finally decides to hit us in 2032, allegedly. Whichever one comes first. So you might as well just enjoy your time on here. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go make my utattemita videos just like how nature intended it. On Windows Movie Maker and at 360p. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!